What up everyone, Justin Carey. This is going to be a fantastic tour of my buddy Scott's toy collection. You're going to see some really rare 80s vintage Japanese toys, American toys, things that I never see. He's actually doing a garage sale at his house. I'll show you. Filled with totes. We just made an epic deal. But personal collection is fantastic. I remember meeting Scott probably 8 so years ago, and he invited me into his collection room, and he didn't really know me too well. He made me give my driver's license and he wrote my name down, and he said everyone that's a stranger writes their full name on this, because if my place ever gets broken into, I know who the short list of people is. And I'm like, okay. But let's just dive in and show you some of the
ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Again, don't forget to like, subscribe to wherever you are following this. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. To give this a proper tour, it would take days, but I'm going to give you a rough overview of what I'm looking at. He has an affinity for muscle men and Kinikimon, because this actually came from me. I sold it to him many years ago. But he army builds all the variations, the modern Super 7, the Keshi figures, even fills up these jars with it. Super awesome. Mythic Legions are made by the Four Horsemen, a fantastic toy line, which he has Detolf shelves. Every square inch back here is filled with them. They're a more modern toy line. I'm not going to focus too much on them in the video, but we'll get to them in a little bit. Most collectors know about army building. They pick a specific figure, and well, here's the man of the hour right there. Oh, he's got to do some business right here. Hi, Scott. We'll get him in a minute. But he army builds, I think, Gamorrean Guard through Star Wars. You know, the Rancor keeper guy that got the pig man at Jabba's palace. So that's one of his many army building things. Another one is a Serpentor. He's bought bags of Serpentors from me in the past, but fantastic. All right, I'm gonna get sidetracked too much, so I'm gonna keep going. Rock Lords, another wonderful 80s toy, pretty obscure, but what caught my eye is I think they call them Jewel Lords. There's only 3 of them. I've tried to buy them in the past, but they can be over $100 a piece. They're quite rare. Some of the big old Transformers, customs. Those are hilarious. Look at that. I mean, in size comparison. This is Sectors, the hand puppet that came out right there. The insect type people. Shogun warriors. Really neat. Like I already mentioned. Ooh. I don't even know what some of that stuff is. I think that's Power Rangers on the far right, Thundercats, maybe some Ghostbusters in there. Over here, I mean, everywhere I look, there's something. What is this? Xenomorph. Oh. He just got done showing me pulling some of these out of the case. Incredibly rare Kinikimon that I've never seen before. Wonderful sets. These are like the Decas, the larger versions. I don't even know what line of toys that is. I'll have to ask him. No clue. They look familiar, but drawing a blank. Look at the Battle Beast. Beautiful, even translucent Battle Beast over here. Star Yours, I think that's how you say it. They had a little wind up on the back of them and some action, like the drill bit would spin or things would go back and forth. Holy moly. Link is in the comment. Make sure to follow Endless Toy Shelf because Scott's constantly selling awesome treasures. Look, so, jeez, oh Pete's, that's amazing. You never see this. You never see stuff like this. This is awesome. I'm so glad he's letting us have a tour into this place. Because like I mentioned, he was very protective in the beginning and didn't want no photographs or videos. But, you know, he's allowed this video, but he's in the, he's in Denmark. Yes, Denmark. I'm not at an undisclosed location, so we don't know where he lives. Cops and crooks. Wow. Look at these runs. Oh my gosh. Something very special over here. Shogun, Godzilla, and then the Kraken from Clash of the Titans. I'll have another video in the near future where I will be showing the original screen-used Clash of the Titans model that I saw at a museum. So again, follow my profiles, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, because I don't know where it's going to be released on. It's like Warhammer, maybe, I'm guessing. Tons of Street Sharks. Here's something most people don't know what it is. Mantech, very obscure line. I think he's got a full run of figures. He was just explaining to me that these cases are shoe display cases from Costco, which are a lot lighter and make perfect stackable cases. I'm gonna have to look into that myself. That's sweet. Other things that I'm not very familiar with. What the heck? So awesome. Can't wait to show you what I bought from him as well. I'll do a separate video. But some real good treasures. And I say, hey! He said this actually sings. Does that what's going on? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look in YouTube, He-Man, what's going on, and you will thank me later on that ridiculousness. Oh. I wonder if that actually plays tapes. Holy army building. Look at that. Oh man. Wheeled Warriors. Oh my gosh.
I bought it last year at the States from the guy that won it. Yeah, you're in my original.
I'd be interested in seeing what you want.
Masters of the Universe, the wrestling crossovers. You see Andre the Giant back there. Some really cool merch from Transformers. I had several of these. Maybe you got them for me. I don't remember. Those buttons and erasers. Wow. Robotech? I can't remember. Roboforce. That's what it's called, I believe. Nice. The Big Jim Attack Track, which is very similar to the Masters of the Universe one. I've never seen this boxed. That is really neat. Oh my gosh. A fantastic collection. Once he's done, we'll do a sidebar interview with Scott, but he's conducting some business right now, so I don't want to interrupt that. But I tried to buy that Voltron from him, but he had an awesome story attached to it, which I'll see if I can get him to tell again. All right, I wanted to introduce my buddy Scott. Hello, Scott. How are you? Hello. Epic toy collection. We've already kind of took a tour of it. How long have you been collecting?
5 years,
25 years. That's awesome. For your garage sales in the future, do you have a page or anything that you can direct people to?
Yep. Endless Toy Shelf is my Facebook page. I put all my shows I'm doing or garage sales or whatever I got going on.
So I'll have a link down below called Endless Toy Shelf, and you can follow it, and he'll give you more. Because I didn't even show you outside. You have about 40 totes filled with awesome toys that you're selling, and you set up at shows.
Yep.
Let me show the camera this, and then you can tell. So
Oh, did you?
that Voltron,
That's what
I've
you-
always wanted that large one. Is it a robot or lights up or something like that?
It's remote control.
Yes. So obviously I asked you, I said, hey,
That saved me $10.
could I buy that from you? And you're like, no, there's a good story to it. And it is a good story. Can you tell me it?
Yeah. So when I think it was 1987, it was late 80s. I got that for Christmas, and the next year I lost it in a poker game to one of my friends. So my friends and I used to play poker for toys, comics, baseball cards, whatever. That was our currency.
Yeah.
And I was going to an estate sale last year with one of my friends, and as we're pulling up, I was like, man, I know this house. And we walk in, and it's my friend's house that won the Voltron from me in a poker game.
my
So I
gosh.
bought it, and that's my actual Voltron I got for Christmas
Oh,
in the
I
80s.
love it. I love it. How cool is that to come full circle? So
Yeah.
the story makes it so you will never sell it for your
No,
entire
never.
life.
Nope.
So I've seen a number of army building, and most collectors do it. I see the Serpentor, the Gamorrean Guard, but I'm not too sure on what's the backstory and what are these guys over here.
So those are Commantrons. They have a couple different names.
Okay.
You could buy them in stores like GL Perry's, like the little 5 and dime shops back in the 80s.
Yep.
And they also came in Happy Meals.
Oh,
And
really?
growing up, my dad was a manager at McDonald's,
Yep.
so those were my Transformers growing up. So that's why
Right.
I army build them, because I had Soundwave, Megatron, and probably about 40 of those.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. That is awesome. So when I first came over, I already told how you made me sign my name on a piece of paper and show you my driver's license and said, you know, I know whose house to come to if my place ever gets broken into, which is smart. It's just smart. So that's why I'm very thankful that you let me check out your collection and share it with everyone, because this caliber of collection doesn't come around very often. So
It's been a trip, for
Yes.
sure. It's changed a lot.
yeah, it definitely has changed.
Ever evolving.
Absolutely, which they should. So thank you
Yep.
again, Scott.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Yeah, for sure. Bye-bye, everyone.